When Fate Comes Knocking. Chapter 6, His Taboo. She was nothing but skin and bone. A far cry from what she used to be. In his recollection, Lauren loved to smile. So much so that her eyes curved into a crescent whenever she did. And she would always call him by his nickname, Ed. It started raining a moment later. Ethan went to look out at the window into the raindrops that graced the land. Then he called Kobe. I want you to look into whether Lauren is released and her current location, he said coldly. Another sunny day. Another day spent with Riley in the hospital. As long as she saw Riley's smile, Lauren felt everything she did was worth it. If Riley could live her days happily, that was enough for her. Now, Riley was her drive to live, the only light in her darkness. Mommy. Yesterday I read The Little Mermaid. Mistress Emma read me. Riley was lying in Lauren's arms. Is that so? Lauren smiled. But I feel sorry for the Little Mermaid. She turned into bubbles in the end. Riley's sigh made Lauren smile bitterly. Greed begets obsession. Just like I once was. Mommy. Everyone has a daddy. But why don't I have one? Riley looked up at her innocently. Lauren froze up for a moment. But then she hugged Riley. Your daddy is a great hero. She kissed Riley's forehead. He is the most incredible person. So even if he isn't here, he'll keep watch over you. Really? Yes, really. At the top floor of Parker Group stood Ethan, who looked at the cityscape unfurling beneath him. His face reflected on the floor-to-ceiling window. Even after 5 years, he hadn't aged a day. Instead, his charming profile looked even more captivating now. Someone then knocked on the door. Enter. His voice was as glacial as ever. When Kobe came in and saw Ethan before the window, he felt fear. Lauren was someone who must not be named around Ethan. So he was puzzled why Ethan sent him on this investigation mission. Lauren had lost too much over the past 5 years. A punishment not befitting of her crime. Before Kobe could say anything, Ethan turned back to look at him. Speak, he said impassively. Miss Collins was released a month ago. Since then, she went to Cloudfall City and became a singer in the Imperial Court. Ethan sneered. Look at her. All successful now. A pause later. He looked at Kobe. We'll be going to Cloudfall City. Kobe sighed silently. So even after she is crippled and humiliated, Mr. Parker still wants to torture her more. Cloudfall City was a chilling place at night. Thanks to it neighboring the sea, the sea breeze would always whisper its secrets into the city for everyone to hear. Lauren sat before the mirror, looking at her reflection. She thought her white dress tonight made her look like a damsel in distress. Fortunately, her hair had grown a bit, or else her scar couldn't be hidden. Mary, Mr. Kale said there's a big client tonight, so he needs you to sing one more song. Lucy came in with a bouquet of roses. This is from Mr. Langdon, the one who comes to see you every day. She put it on the dressing table. He wants you to drink with him. Welcome to download Flipread app to read more chapters of When Fate Comes Knocking novel online.